Hello again, Fisher people. I'm back with another video for you. Earlier, I did a video on how to properly flare a piece of PVC. Well, I've seen a lot of people out there asking where to get good quality sand stakes for surf fishing. I've seen a lot of flimsy ones out there. With the last name like Murphy, you can imagine I've lived Murphy's Law, where I'm set up in the surf, don't have a very strong rod holder, and something bigger than I expected hits it and takes all my gear with it. So you got to plan for the worst case scenario, and you don't know what you're going to catch out there in the surf. Could be big, could be dinky. So I actually use 1.5 inch aluminum angle. As you can see, that's 1.5 inch. And I'll take a piece that is about 3 feet long. Cut a sharp point on it, and then I'll lay it on top of my belt sander with like 80 grit sandpaper to try and file kind of a sharp point to it so it's easier going in the sand. From there, I'll come up approximately 22 inches. And that's where I put my little larger piece of angled aluminum. That way you can rest your knee on it, put your foot on it, drive it into the sand. The piece of PVC that I use is 23 inches long. Now the reason I make it so long is I stick about, let's see here, 10 inches of it below the angled aluminum from the top. Now some people you'll see will use just a regular basic rivet like this. These things suck. What you want to use is a tri-grip rivet. What happens is when you, actually I'll show you what this does. When you slip this, when you drill your holes through the aluminum into the PVC, this will go in from the outside. What it does with a tri-grip is when you start compressing it, you'll see you've got 3 grip points that come out. So it's really holding on tight inside of that piece of PVC. And I run a total of 6 of these. So you can see how that's really going to hold on to your PVC and reinforce it. So I'll put 3 on one side, and I space them out at about 3.5 inches on one side, and then about 3.5 inches for the other 3 on the other side. Once you pop those down, this thing's not going to move at all. Then I drill a hole just above there where the linchpin, then I put in a linchpin for the base of your fishing rod when you put it in there for holding it. Let me grab this. So you can see where that linchpin will allow most of the rod handle to go down. So you're not hitting the base of your reel, you're not damaging any of this. It's just enough and enough support to hold it up. Now, you're probably wondering what the orange piece is right there. That is actually a tie down. Like I said, worst case scenario. You don't know what's gonna hit it. You don't want it to drag your rod and reel. God knows how much we spend on our toys. So one thing I do is I'll take about a 16-inch orange sand stake and I'll anchor from the rod holder to the stake to keep it from leaning forward in the surf so nothing can snatch your rod out the holder. Now most people don't know how to feed a rope inside itself with a hollow core polyethylene rope like this. So I'm gonna show you real quick how to make a loop for this. This is a fid. You can buy these at any marine store, or you can get them from, I think a plastic one will actually come in the package with the hollow core polyethylene rope. But I'll stick it in there. Squeeze your rope. Stick the tip down in there. Don't need a huge loop. Slip that in. Start feeding it up inside. Get it on up there a bit. Then I'm going to take this tool, shove it in the back. Push everything in. There's your end. Now, what I do with this end, because once that's in there, the harder you pull, the tighter it's going to squeeze it. It's not going to come out. But I'll take this end, stick it in the hole on the sand stake, come back around, and there's your anchor line. Then I'll do the same thing for this end. But for this end, you want to, once you feed it through, you want to tie a little knot on the end of it. That way you can use it to adjust the slack when you set your stake in the sand. So get it going. Nope, I want to go a bit further down. Squeeze your rope down, get you a hole there. So you're going to feed this down a bit, and then you're going to run it right out the side. Like that. Not like that. It'd be difficult. There we go. So by leaving a bit of slack in there and tying a little knot, once you get your stake set in the sand, you got a little bit of adjustment here. Tying that knot will keep it from pulling back through, but once you get that up on your sand stake like this, you can then snug it up, keep it up and vertical. And that is the type of sand stake I use when I'm surf fishing. Hopefully this was helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to hit me up, and I'll see you online. If you guys like the video, please like and subscribe. I'll be posting more videos on how to do various different things. Thank you very much.